gunning for our journalists too. He's suing them. He's bullying them. Over the weekend, his foxy friend Pete Hegseth announced a new policy that requires journalists with Pentagon press credentials to sign a pledge promising not to report information that hasn't been explicitly authorized for release. That includes unclassified information. They want to pick and choose what the news is. I know that's not as interesting as muzzling a comedian, but it's so important to have a free press, and it is nuts that we aren't paying more attention to it.
Did you watch it? Did you see last night Jimmy Kimmel's return monologue? It's become one of the biggest moments of his career. It's pulled in over 16 million views in less than 24 hours. Now, Jimmy Kimmel Live, it returned to ABC last night after a suspension that many called blatant political censorship. Now, Kimmel had made controversial remarks that triggered pressure from powerful affiliates and political voices. Now, instead of defending one of their most recognized hosts, Disney pulled the show, and the backlash was massive. Now, whether you support Kimmel or not, the real story is how concentrated media ownership and political pressure shape what we are told and what we're not. Now, thankfully, for the independent news platform Ground News, I can see beyond the story. Their breakdown, it showed most of the coverage came from the center and the left, with only 18% from the right, and that nearly half of it was pushed by big media conglomerates, many of which might have a stake in this story, aiming to push their own agenda. Now, while just 15% came from independents. Now, in the days that followed, Disney's market value reportedly dropped between $3.9 and $4.4 billion. Subscribers were canceling Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. Boycott hashtags were trending across social media, and critics from across the spectrum questioned why a media giant would bow to outrage instead of defending free speech. Now, Kimmel is back, and coverage continues to spiral. And for once, we can find out more than what they want us to know. The solution is Ground News, because it shows you that ownership breakdown and bias up front, so you can actually see the full picture instead of just one side. Now, with Ground News, I can see the spin, the bias, who owns the megaphone, and it's how I stay informed. And it's cases like this that show exactly why it matters. Go to groundnews.com/check for 40% off unlimited access that will help you draw your own conclusions. Again, it's groundnews.com/check to support an independent news platform working to make the media landscape more transparent.